is this? Tabletop Island, huh? Let's see what this is all about.
Welcome to Tabletop Island. I'm Bernardo, your host, and today we're going to be talking about cooperative board games. Now, this was some subject matter I talked about online and had a little bit of controversy on it because I wasn't a big fan of cooperative games. And the reason being is because they are a little bit trickier than normal games. But Bernardo, that doesn't make sense. You're working together, so you're all hoping to beat the game, and that's where things get a little off kind of putting and balance wise, because the goal of a cooperative game is to beat the game, but everyone is so focused on beating the game with everyone rather than working together to beat the game, which is the only way to win those games successfully at a higher success rate, especially when you get to the most advanced games, such as like Ghost Stories, or rather than something like Forbidden Island, which I did review, very simple game. But once you realize that, alright, it's not so much that I do my part and then hope everyone else does their part together, but working together to make sure everyone's making the best choices that they can. And while it's very fun to figure out that puzzle, it is off-putting for a lot of people, especially because you finish it and you lose and you're like, oh, well, that's not fun. Or better yet, you finally get into the flow of things and you beat it, and then it's like, alright, I think I'm done with that game. And it's one of those things where I like playing them when they're very specific games, again, such as like Ghost Stories. I actually just recently kind of dived into that. I'm a little bit of a fan. I'm kind of getting there. It's very hard, especially solo. I've been playing it solo lately. It's pretty cool. But games like Forbidden Island, I love that game. I love the idea of it, and working together. When we first played it, we got destroyed by the game. We thought, wow, it was by the edge. It was literally hanging by a thread, and I realized once we started to figure out what we needed to do, it wasn't by a thread anymore. It was almost always guaranteed, especially for normal mode. And then we started to boost it up a little bit and got a little bit harder into the game. Haven't really beaten Legendary, but that's not really something I'm trying to tackle. And once you're with a board game group and you beat something that's cooperative, it's kind of over unless they have another way to play it or another outcome that can happen for it. Like Forbidden Sky, amazing game, but it has that premise of lighting up that ship, and once you get there, your board game group's kind of like, okay, we're done, now what? I don't really want to play again. We already beat it. Why would we play it again? It's a little bit harder, but it just doesn't make sense to, right? And it doesn't make sense to. So my problem is, and I think it's, people don't enjoy it as much as you would like them to because they don't understand the fact that you need to work together, actually working together on each individual turn rather than just working together on your turn, making sure you do what you feel like you need to do and then hoping they do that, and then you are confused as to why it didn't work out. And it didn't work out because you didn't help everyone around you make the best choices they could. And then when you play games like that where there's someone who's a little bit more advanced on competitive gaming who joins in on games like these, they kind of dictate the entire game, and it's like they're playing by themselves. And that's why cooperative games are a little tricky for me. It's kind of a touchy subject because if I play with people that really know what they're doing and I'm playing an advanced game like Ghost Stories is a really good example there, then the game is exciting and it's fun and I love it. And I haven't played too many games that go out into cooperative gameplay to really expand on this concept, but from what I've got from it, this is exactly where it falls under. And it's unfortunate because I really like the concept of a cooperative game, but I feel like with my board game group and with the people I play, or even just looking from the outside in some aspects of some games that I decided not to play for that very reason, I feel like it falls into that, to where if you're not cooperating efficiently, which I know it sounds really dumb to say, really you're cooperating, obviously you're working together, but you're wrong. When you're in the moment of the game, you're trying to make sure that you're doing your part really quickly, especially in real-time games, that you don't really want to focus on everyone else's. And in real-time games might be a really bad example, but it just goes to show that you want to do your best by yourself with everyone, rather than do well as a team, be like, you know what, I think you should do this because on my next turn I'm gonna go here and then you're gonna do this. So rather than that, how about we make sure that you do this for me so I can get here, rather than, all right, I'm gonna do this to go here, all right, you're gonna go and do that, okay, I'm gonna try to meet you here. Rather than planning together, you're planning ahead by yourself. And I know it's really hard to explain it without sounding foolish, but that is how it ends up. And if you've played a cooperative game, you might understand that better. I definitely want to hear a little more from you guys. I know I don't have too many followers, but I do still want to interact with the people that I can here. In cooperative games, do you run into that issue? Do you feel like you have a cooperative game to where you're working together and you beat the game and that's it? You don't go back to it for that very reason because the outcome's the same. Or you work on a cooperative game, but you feel like maybe it was too hard and you didn't feel like you got the full game out of it. Like, all right, the game one, it got really hard, or we kept playing it for a little bit, but the game didn't fulfill what you were hoping it would fulfill because of how the team you were playing with interacted with each other with that specific game, especially with the more advanced games. I definitely want to hear a little bit more from you guys. What do you think? Am I the only one that's running into this problem? Maybe I am, but please leave a comment down. Let me know what your thoughts are on cooperative games. And if you've never played one before, what cooperative game are you looking to play, or is it something that doesn't interest you? If so, why? Initially, I like to beat everyone, or I like to be versing people. Not to say I beat everyone, because I get destroyed in a lot of games, but I like to go against others than work together with others. I know that sounds really terrible, but a lot of cooperative games I've played thus far don't have that real competitive edge to them, even though in some they should, but they don't in the way I like it. But yeah, leave a comment, let me know what you think. Again, that's all I have for you guys today. If you are interested in notifications, there will be a bell up there somewhere. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I do appreciate feedback. I'm trying to make these videos more and more outrageous, and with your help, I have been doing so thank you so much, guys. Again, Monday, regular board game reviews. Wednesday, weekly update / talks. And then on Friday is my vintage board game reviews. That is all I have for you guys today. I will see you guys next time.